you want.
You are about to experience someone that cannot be bought.
Tonight we come before you, thank you for Donald Trump.
And I'm a God-fearing, gun-toting, baby-loving, Benghazi truth-seeking, Army wife-loving, border fence building, common core fighting, one nation under God pledging law.
It is a revolution.
So on Monday night, I had the pleasure or torture or whatever you want to call it of attending the Donald Trump rally at the American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas. And I got to tell you, it did not disappoint. Now, I could have attended in the press box. I could have gotten my press credentials and gone out there. But I decided it was going to be a lot more interesting if I could be among the 15,000 people who paid $10 to $15 a piece to show up and listen to Mr. Trump talk. And the opening line of his speech was,
"Do you notice what's missing tonight? Teleprompters. No teleprompters."
And boy, did it show. This was the most rambling, incoherent speech with virtually nothing said over the course of about an hour. And, you know, I've been to a lot of political conventions and political speeches. I used to write political speeches, but I have never seen anything like this. And what was amazing to me is that not only was Trump saying absolutely nothing, but people were going wild cheering about it.
We had 31,000 people, which is by far the largest. They say like ever for an early primary. It's probably true. But nobody's going to be able to do the job that I'm going to do. Nobody. They won't. They won't. I love these people back there. But most of them are now saying, we think he's going to win. You know, can you believe it? Now, it's always tough. Every time I speak, they put me on live television, so I have to make different speeches. These guys go around, they make the same speech hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Nobody cares. It's true. It's true. It's true. I haven't heard the word clown in a while. Tell you, they don't use that word anymore. They don't use it. Now, if you like the media, give them a big hand. And if you don't, give them a big boo. I had a feeling. I'm not going anywhere. Somebody said, today. We're not going anywhere. And the poll comes out the other day, Trump is leading in Florida. Can you imagine? I'm surging with women. Can you believe it? NBC renews The Apprentice, and I told them, don't do it, because I'm running for president. I'm going to make our country great again. Don't renew it. I went up to 40% today in New Hampshire. You saw that. 40%. I swear to you that if I'm elected president, I will never go into a bicycle race. I swear. By the way, can you see in the back? They have the best view. Can you see it's really my hair?
Some of you may be thinking that I'm being a little unfair to Trump by showing all these chopped up bits. But really, that was what the first 45 minutes of this speech were like. He would jump from topic to topic. He would start a story and then not finish. He would come back to it later on. He would mention somebody's name, not mention it, give a first name, then jump back and give the last name. And it was incomprehensible what he was trying to say, other than, hey, I'm really doing well in the polls. I mean, you notice that was quite often the topic of his conversation. But there was one other thing that he was doing that was very strange. I mean, we all know that Trump has the habit of insulting anyone who doesn't agree with him. But throughout the speech, he would periodically mention somebody and say, hey, that's a great guy. I mean, here is just the selection of it.
But Jerry Jones is a great guy. He's been so great. And Bill O'Reilly's a good guy. Great guy. You know, another great guy is Mark Cuban. One of the great people in sort of the Andy Beal. Beal Bank. Stand up, Andy. Stand up. Come on, he's a shy man. He's only worth about $6 billion. And he's a good guy. He does great stuff, better than they do. The head of Comcast. I'll just tell you, his first name is Steve, and he's a phenomenal guy. Steve Burke, one of the great people. A great, great guy and a great manager. Carl Icahn's a great guy, very successful. Your senator, too, by the way, Senator Cruz, who happens to be a good guy. Good guy. He is a good guy. Great guy. I love Mexico. I love Mexico.
There's also something that I noticed with Trump that I've never seen with a politician before, where he would talk about the insider lingo of running for office or the insider lingo of real estate. And, you know, clearly no one was going to understand what exactly he was talking about. But he talked about it anyway.
You look at some of these guys, and they're like boilers, okay? Real estate. They're like boilers. I'll tell you, they're good at raising money for their PACs or whatever the hell they're not supposed to do that, but most of them are doing it anyway. It's illegal as hell, but I think they're doing it anyway. You ever notice you hear they have money in the PAC, but they don't have hard money, but the PAC is giving them... I say, what's going on over here? I'm not allowed... How come I can't talk to anybody? And, you know, you have corporate inversion. Does anybody know what that means? And we need a closer. We need closers. We don't have closers. We just don't have closers.
Now, of course, there were policies sort of discussed. All of them got applause lines. But what was interesting about it is he never actually said anything. Here, I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to fix the economy. I'm going to make America great. I'm going to do something else you like. That's not policy. That's not even a promise. That's future bragging. And Trump did a lot of it.
So what would President Trump do? President Trump. Trump. And you will see numbers like you'd never have seen before. I actually believe that, and we're in trouble. You know, I've made the statement, and I've said this before, the American dream is dead, but I'm going to make it bigger and better and stronger than ever before. I've made that statement. Trade with China. Believe me, we do great. We can do things with oil and gas that will be unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, wouldn't it be good to have a president that really knows how to build? Like I'm so good at it. Infrastructure, roads, airports, highways. I could do it for a fraction. You know, I know the system, I think, better than anybody. I know the tax system. Look, taxes. Who knows better than me? We're going to reduce taxes. We have to stop illegal immigration. We have to do it. We have to do it. And when I hear some of the people that I'm running against, including the Democrats, we have to build a wall, folks. We have to build a wall. First of all, this is going to be a wall. This isn't one of those deals where they jump over it. They go to Home Depot, buy a ladder, jump over the wall. This is a Trump wall. This is a Trump wall. Let's say the wall costs $4 billion. You know, they say $10 billion. That means $4 billion, if you know what you're doing. And the $4 billion will be much bigger, much better, much stronger than the $10 billion. Believe me. Oh, do I know how to build. Greatest. One of the greats. So let's say it costs $4 or $5 billion. Our trade deficit with Mexico is $53 billion. So 4 or 5 billion is peanuts. It's peanuts. Mexico is going to pay, and they'll be happy. They'll be happy. And I'll tell you what, the first thing we do, you know, people don't realize, you look at crime in Chicago, you look at crime in so many different places, and you see gangs. Many of these gang members are illegal immigrants. They're rough dudes. They will be out of here so frickin' fast. You know, the world rips us off and they all hate us. China hates us. Russia hates us. Mexico hates us. Japan hates us. Everybody hates us, and they're all winning. I'll make it so we do well with these countries, and we'll actually have a better relationship. Obamacare, we're going to repeal it, we're going to replace it, we're going to get something good. So, Iran deal. Iran deal. They did not read that great book. Where's that book? The Art of the Deal. They did not read it. So, with Iran, believe me, if I get in, you know, I'm a person, I believe in contracts, but boy, this one barely, I will police that thing, that horrible. I buy a lot of, I buy people where they go down the tubes. I buy bad contracts. I love to buy bad contracts, then I make them good. Our military is going to be so strong and so powerful.
So what to make of this whole thing? What to make of Donald Trump's speech? What to make of Donald Trump in general? You know, the end point is, this is a man who is riding a wave. He is riding a wave of discontent. He is riding a wave where people are putting on him their beliefs of what he is. He's riding a wave of not having to say anything, to simply make vague general comments about, you know, what he's going to accomplish, and I'm the greatest, and I'm the best, and, you know, all the stuff that Donald Trump has done for 30 years. And what does it mean to politics? Could he win? He could win the Republican nomination. I am not going to be one of those people who says it's impossible. Could he win the general election? I think once you pull away this group of people who are comfortable hearing just non-statements, who are comfortable hearing non-policies, who are comfortable just hearing a guy insult someone and thinking that makes a great president. Once you're out of that audience, Donald Trump will lose. And that was the real lesson of his Dallas speech.
And we need a closet. We need closets. We don't have closets. We just don't have closets. And we need a closet. We need closets. We don't have closets. We just don't have closets. And we need a closet. We need closets. We don't have closets. We just don't have closets. And we need a closet. We need closets.